This stream will start with the classic American tradition of performing our best turkey noises. So, all Americans in chat, please join me in our traditional Thanksgiving opening and make your best turkey noise. I will go first. All Americans in chat, please acknowledge that you have performed your American duty of your turkey noise, and then we can move on. Isabel, thank you. Thank you for performing your national responsibilities. Thank you, thank you. All right. Thank you, all Americans, for joining in for our responsibilities. For those non-Americans, you may not have heard of that tradition. We have to start off today with our best turkey calls in respect and response to the lives lost, the poultry lives lost on this day. You know, this is one of our many secret traditions that don't make it into American media, which is why you might not have heard of it. But if you would like to partake, you are more than welcome to. All you have to do is your best turkey call, as best you can do. It goes a little bit like, thank you. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. We're here to chill out. We're here to write. We're here to have a good time. That's what's happening today. Got some familiar names in chat. And some new names in chat. All right. Just Guy. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Random Writer on Thanksgiving. Nice commitment. Your boy is nothing if not consistent. There's nothing in here. Hey there. There's nothing in here. A whole sentence for a username. It's gonna make syntax kind of crazy. Atario, hello. Isabel, hello. Margot, hello. Manon, hey, hey, hey. To you. All right, who else we got in here? Black Eagle. First time here in a few days when your stream is not at 2 a.m. So you miss Tuesdays and Thursdays. This is the time slot we would normally do. Unfortunately, earlier this week, it was not in this time slot. Sometimes that happens. Serial O shipper. Serial O shipper. Serial shipper. Hello. Hello. Hope everyone's doing well. It's a nice day over here in Wisconsin. We have a nice lazy snowfall. Not a lot of snow, just some lazy snowflakes. No snow on the ground yet, but it is not long. And it feels like 10 degrees. And for those Celsius friends out there, maybe that's like minus 12? Creative Otter, hello. Let's do some conversions, baby. 10 Fahrenheit to Celsius. We're talking minus 12. He gets it right. Look, I'm converting with the best of them. Look, call me Tom Brady, the way I be converting. That's another American joke for you. Like you says, no thanks given to me. We don't celebrate that. No holiday for me. You know, you take what you get over here. You take what you get. It is our holiday. Nice bottle, by the way. Thank you. Thank you. It is from Target. Shout out Target. Lantern Valley, hello, hello, welcome. We got a good crew here today. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope this time slot is just like a nice chill day today. That's what it feels like over here, just a nice chill day. If you were here for the live stream last night, we made some good progress. We're at 33,000 words. We've seen people in this live stream, specifically in this month, go from no words to 60,000 words. We've seen people in here taking stories that they were working on before November and making incredible progress. And that is so encouraging. So shout out to everyone. Shout out to you. Everyone who's been doing writing on these live streams. It's been super fun, super productive. And hold on. We got to chat. Friends, all good things must come to an end. All good things must come to an end. Tomorrow is the final Novella November live stream. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day that marks our full month of weekday writing. If you were here for the planning streams beforehand, you were part of that journey too. And I think it's been a month for the ages. Do people say that? It's been a month for the ages. We've had a lot of fun. I know for sure we'll be doing this again next year. And we'll probably do some other events. I imagine it would be fun to not just do this kind of thing once a year, but, you know, make something a little bit more out of it. Do a little bit more, I don't know, hanging out. Hanging out's just fun. Right? Hanging out's pretty fun. Now, this has been really productive, which is kind of, here's the deal. Not everyone is down for a live stream where we hang out, we have a good time, and then we just shut up for 20 minutes. So, special kind of person who tunes in for the live stream that's like, this is a good time, but then now also I'm going to write for 20 minutes to lo-fi music and then chill out. So, I did not expect there to be such a awesome little community that we built, but I am honestly not surprised coming from the Discord. Manon says, I do have my final doubts of my story today, so all the best. Look, those doubts will never go away. But if there's one thing that these live streams have proven is that there is something just to the idea of putting in the time. Putting in the time. This has been 2 hours, honestly about an hour roughly of writing a day, because we do some time not writing, we do some time writing. And seeing the numbers has been insane. Black Eagle says, how about doing community works read where you just read some viewers' stories? I do have some things I want to do as sort of like a nice conclusion, tying the bow for the for Novella November. What I would like to do, so Black Eagle, love the idea. What I kind of have the idea of is I would love to get a list of the titles, the authors, a 1 to 2 sentence synopsis of all of these stories of people in the live streams. People who have come in here and written, maybe you haven't finished it, maybe you just did a chunk, maybe life got in the way, maybe you're working on a story that you've been working on for a while. But I would love to represent all of those stories and just do sort of a quick little, you know, I'm going to put them on like a PowerPoint presentation, get a nice little image up on the thing, go through each story. And, you know, one of the hardest things about wrapping up a story and trying to get to the conclusion of that story is eventually you want to share it with someone and get their feedback. And it'd be great if we could get a little crew together for anyone who wants to trade stories, read a couple chapters, give feedback on it. Loved this. I thought this part was, you know, maybe too quickly, needs to be slowed down. Right? It's the idea of like some very light beta reading. But also, I just want to shine the spotlight on the stories that people were making. So that is a plan. We've done one live stream where we did like pulling up someone's stories on stream, talking about it, giving feedback, and it was really fun, really positive experience. Maybe that's something that we will continue doing more regularly. When I was in college, I took a creative writing class, and during the workshops there, the way that they had to do feedback for the workshops, and some of you might love this, some of you might hate it, was that whoever's story was being read, which the teacher in this case would read the entire story, the author of that story was not allowed to say anything for the duration of this sort of workshop review. And everyone would ask questions. They'd be like, I kind of didn't understand this part of the story, or why it was important, or how it paid off, or what its purpose of this story was, or this part of the story, or I thought this action of the character was very much like not the kind of thing that this character would do based on what I know about them. And the author is not able to say, oh, well, let me answer that for you. But instead, they have to sit there and let the readers sort of ask the questions based on their reading experience. Because when you're an author, you're not able to be in the head of every reader being like, okay, you read this passage, but this is what it means. You have to get that information down in the first try. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's got to be all on the page. You can't offer any more auxiliary information. And that was a really good practice. And when we did our sort of reading, feedback, critique kind of thing on stream, I'd probably read out loud maybe like 1,200 words of a story. And the author would not be able to jump in and answer the questions I was asking until the end. And then they could choose if they wanted to be like, oh, well, you know, this one thing I should tell you is really important. This one other thing, like, you know, here's why I did that, which you're totally allowed to do as an author, but it's important to see the reader's natural reaction to what's on the page, because that's how all your readers are going to read your book. It's tough. It's tough. Some people, here's the deal. There's also this whole other idea of accepting constructive criticism. Because, you know, here's the deal. Me here on this live stream, if I'm reacting and giving feedback to someone's writing, you know it's only going to be constructive, right? I don't know if you picked up on this yet. I'm just a pretty chill guy. What's that new meme? When you're giving feedback on a story, but you're just a chill guy. My hands are in my pockets. Hi, chill guy here. Any feedback we give on this sort of stream, and any feedback that you should be giving in the Discord, is meant to be constructive, of course. Now, giving constructive criticism and being able to take constructive criticism, those are two skills you gotta learn. They are not natural. They're not natural. The cone of silence, Isabel says. Also, there's nothing in here. Nothing. Look, we're glad you're here. Don't worry about grammar. Don't worry about words. We're just glad you're here. The book roast battle. No book roasting here. Maybe we'll do there's a live streamer that I like who does like he's a positive guy, but then he'll do like a BM week where he gets to be mean and he gets to be rude on the live stream. Maybe we'll do a BM live stream one day. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Isabel, I just had to sit there jotting down notes with my little rat fist clenched. Shout out rats. Margaret says, I'm working on a magic school slice of life. Today's chapter is a conversation between two estranged siblings. Sounds like a lot of fun. Nan, speaking of synopsis, would you like to hear mine now? I have one despite my work in progress in its late planning stages. You know, synopsis. So synopsis would be a little much, but at some point after we come back and we do a live stream about editing, we should probably do an entire workshop on the blurb for your book, especially for those who get to the point where they know they're going to be putting this out and self-publishing it. Just going through and being like, how do I summarize my story in the right way in less than, 200 words? That's going to go on my Amazon page on the back of the book. That is hard. That is hard. And that would be a great live stream kind of thing. So synopsis, don't need to hear the synopsis right now, but go ahead, work on your planning, do your synopsis, but also in your mind, think about how am I going to summarize this story to new readers in just a couple hundred words. That's tough. Black Eagle, my creative writing experience is mainly short stories. Had to once finish writing one in art class. I only finished it like 5 minutes before the deadline and barely got a passing grade. Hey, that's still a passing grade. That's my motto. Barely getting a passing grade, still passes. I practiced taking destructive criticism, this says Margot. Actually led to some pretty interesting talks when I learned to respond right. Yeah? You know, it's especially online. Especially online. Here's the tough thing online. You don't see the person behind the username. And for some people, that empowers you to say things you never normally wouldn't say. We all know this. This is internet culture 101. The first time you go online and someone calls you a doo-doo head, you're like, whoa! Right? But then you realize, okay, people here, they go a little crazy. Boot Camp Rider Edition. That'd be fun. Lantern Valley says, I think if it's labeled as a BM live stream, nervous people might actually be more comfortable because they know it's supposed to be BM. Anyone who doesn't know what BM means, it means like bad manners. Otherwise, critique should sound that way to them when it's not. Definitely, and that's kind of why I like this, how this one streamer like makes it an event. And even then, it's never really like personal, mean-spirited. But you know, I also think I don't love the idea of ever doing BM to someone's writing because writing's such a personal thing. But it's just a fun idea. Working on my web comic for over a year now. Wow, that's awesome. Black Eagle, basically the synopsis needs to fit inside the YouTube live stream chat. Honestly, that's a pretty good rule of thumb. Now on Starlight Farms Kennel for Talking Dogs, I was able to really get a good amount of text back here. It's pretty similar to what's on the Amazon page. If you don't know, I wrote this book this year, Starlight Farms Kennel for Talking Dogs. And December 13th, we're doing a live stream that's going to be a total breakdown of this, including my actual like Scrivener file that I wrote every single word in. See if I can open that up. If you use Scrivener, it'll be a big eye-opening experience for all the different kind of features in there. If you've ever wanted to know the complete ins and outs of writing a book, you can watch my 4-part series on YouTube about it, and you can also join the December 13th live stream. It'll be a little bit later, like the time that it runs will be a little bit later than this, but not as late as my other later live streams. I try to find a good middle ground that can maybe work for more people. But this will be me going through the differences between the very first draft that I did and the final draft, what changed. I kept notes of everything. All of this is like how I came up with the idea, what did I need to consider about the genre, the whole writing experience I went all in. So this actual PDF here for this story breakdown will be something that you can also get and read through at your own leisure. So December 13th, check it out. Lantern Valley says, there is no person behind this, only potato. I mean, deep down, potatoes. It's always been potatoes. Always has. What's that mean? Wait, it's potatoes? Always has been. Manon says, well, I meant like 2 lines. What's like coming of age, rite of passage, story. Yeah. I mean, feel free to post it. We're going to do some writing up here in a bit. Not only a potato, a special potato. Yukon. Honestly, that's the question. We've been acknowledging that Lantern Valley is a potato, but the real question is what kind of potato? Are we talking a new age potato? Are we talking like an heirloom? Are we russet? Are we... hold on, I gotta think of other potatoes. Are we waxy? What's happening here? Everyone always asks, what is the potato? But no one ever asks, how is the potato? Right, Creative Otter, first one there. Is there a website for ranking potatoes? You know what? All I see here are green pastures. Someone here needs to be the change they want to see in the world. Oh, also, did you know that this live stream was done in partnership with Pro Writing Aid? Oh, wow. Pro Writing Aid is what I use for all of my editing. It helps get your story to basically the top potential that you can achieve as a writer. It's what I love to use. You'll see it on this live stream today while I'm writing. We'll run some reports. Not only does it give you editing feedbacks that you can apply to your writing, it also helps you understand your writing better, or at least that's what it did for me. So thank you to Pro Writing Aid for partnering with us. It's because of that we don't have to run a bunch of ads. And if you want to see what an ad looks like, let me show you. I'm just kidding. Unless. No. I wouldn't do that to my friends. I would never put my friends through an ad. Maybe my potato is French fries. That's just an evolution of potato. Potato tier list win. Future live stream. Tune in. Future live stream. All right, let's talk about what's happening today. We're going to do some writing sprints. We're going to have a good time. I am going to be wrapping up this live stream after its full 2 hours because I'm going to go eat some food. I've already got food on the brain. The house smells like turkey and stuffing and ham. Let's see, what else do we have in here? It smells like gravy and chicken stock. It smells like roasted marshmallows and candied yams. It smells like green beans. It smells like rolls. It smells real good over here. Shout out to my amazing wife who is putting together our Thanksgiving meal. Shout out. Black Eagle says, my most recent story idea is a steampunk story with some magic. I've been trying to figure out a way to make the magic not invalidate the good old steam engine. Yeah, you know what? It's fun because I think all of the steampunk, diesel punk, what other punks are out there? Gas punk. Hold on, I'm trying to think of other technologies that provided. Boiler punk. Should that be a thing? Hard to figure out magic systems in there that, honestly, you probably want to find one that only enhances the steampunk. But we love some good steampunk stories. One of those kind of aesthetics that always feels fun to go through. Creative Otter says, have you been practicing your turkey carving? I have the knife skills of Gordon Ramsay, of Rick Bayless, of other authors. Wait, cooks. Oh, I'm in book space. I'm a dang natural Joshua Weissman binging with Babish. I got the knife skills of a 14th century samurai. I don't need practice. This is a solved game. I hope I don't butcher it. I hope I don't. I'm going to do my best. I think it's time for us to do some writing. Yes. Plus or for following Joshua Weissman. Not only do I follow him, I have both of his cookbooks and every Binging with Babish cookbook, and actually cook with them. We could look. Here's the deal. Who knows? There may be a lot of people here who don't know. When you don't live in delivery distance for food, it means you have to cook every night. I know. You're telling me. It's hard. Sometimes you wish you could just order a Pizza Hut pizza, which is the best of the pizza chains in America. So don't come at me with Domino's. Don't come at me with Papa John's. If you're going to go big franchise pizza, you go Pizza Hut. And any pushback in this chat will be handled with a ban and a timeout. Come at me. Test me. So we have to cook every night. We like cooking though. All right, anyways, let's do some writing. Let's turn up the lo-fi music. We'll turn off the microphone. We got 20 minutes on the clock. And let's get some words down. If you're able to write with us, I'm excited to see what kind of progress you make. If you're just tuning in to have some fun, then enjoy the lo-fi music, and I'll see you after 20 minutes. See you on the other side. writing sprint number 1 is done. Dude, that 20 minutes flies by. How'd everyone do? What kind of progress do we get? I'm at 34,541. 34,540. Oh, hold on. That's wrong. 34. All right. Stray Bubble, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here. You missed not a lot. Just talking about story stuff. You know what happens here. Margaret says 126,000. Isabel says 718 words. I'm now over 50K. Let's go. That is awesome. Atario, 420 words. Lantern Valley, 16,000 words, 600 words. Wait, 16,600 words and an outline. There you go. Black Eagle vacuuming sprint is also done. You know what? Productivity can come in a dozen different flavors. We're like the Baskin Robbins of the creative world over here. Lander Valley says that's a quarter of a book for your outline. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good progress, everyone. Oh, I'm loving it. Loving it. You know what? I want to talk about a concept here with writing, because I think I intentionally do this, and I don't know if I've talked about this in a video before, but I want to talk about pacing. Now, pacing means two things, right? We have the pacing of a book. How many events happen that are kind of near to each other, that are exciting, that are interesting. The pacing of a book means there's no slow parts, or maybe poor pacing means that there are a lot of slow parts, even though that's not necessarily true. That's not bad pacing. It's just different from modern standards. Like Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, the fantasy series by Tad Williams, starts with Dragon Bone Chair, is a great fantasy book with incredibly slow pacing. And it's a book that I would recommend to a lot of people if you can deal with books that explore their world, explore their characters in maybe a way that's not exciting. So that's pacing of a whole book, right? We're pretty familiar with that. But there's also the idea of pacing within your prose. And what do I mean by that? Pacing within your prose is how quickly you're getting information out. Fast pacing actually tends to be that you are writing less detail so the story can move faster. Right? Fast pacing, you can imagine it almost like a montage. Right? I did this. I'm a Rocky Balboa who I'm going through my training. Started off the day training in where is he trained? In the meat locker punching cows? I haven't seen this movie. And then he runs up some stairs, and then he trains on a speed bag. And then next thing you know, he's going to sleep that night. You just went through an entire day of that character. That's quick pacing because we had less detail. But you can create moments that are a lot slower, a lot more intentional, and typically a lot more intense by giving more detail. So right now I'm writing a little part where the weather's bad. My main character, he's got his hood up. He's walking through, he's got to do some work outside. He's got his rain jacket up. He's got the hood over him. He's walking through the rain. It's loud. He can barely hear anything, but he's going where he's supposed to go for his job. And describing all of the details around the weather of that character slows down the pacing and puts a lot of emphasis on a specific moment, right? The more detail we add, the slower the pacing of the story. It's almost like creating a slow motion scene in a movie, which can be really effective, right? Black Eagle says, da-dun-da-dun-da-dun, right? The idea of like slowing everything down to build up tension. So in my story, visibility is really bad in this rain. And as I'm walking to where I need this character to go, a figure slowly appears out of the gray, right? And taking that moment describing the sound of the rain, the haze that it makes in the sky, the puddles on the ground, the shape of this silhouette, slows down the pacing to a crawl, but means that we create a very vivid scene. Now, pacing in your story, pacing overall, is all that balance of how much detail do you add so that it moves quickly to the next plot point and doesn't slow down the reader when we're not supposed to be. Oh, Black Eagle says that was supposed to be the Rocky theme. I thought that was the Jaws theme. And so, I don't know if you consciously think about this while you're writing, but I think it's something you should consciously think about. Like, think of a fight scene. A fight in real life might take seconds. But in a book, if you want to put the emphasis on the fight scene, you're drawing out the details of all of these actions that your character is taking. Seeing a punch come towards him, right? We're back in Rocky Balboa territory. Seeing the flexing of the muscles of your opponent as they're coming back for a right hook and being able to react to that. And, right, you're slowing down the scene, the slow motion sort of aspect of writing, and bringing a lot of focus and attention to things. And then you have the other way, right? When you aren't trying to provide a lot of emphasis on a specific scene, you're writing in less detail because you're trying to move that story along at the correct pace. Creative Otter says, I'm such a huge fan of pacing. I pace while I write. Stop it. Get some help. You know what? If you got into dictating your stories, you could pace wherever you wanted and still be writing. Oh boy, here we go. Why pace when you can dance? Come on, everyone. Go ahead. Everyone chime in. Atario, you got some crazy unhinged thing you want to toss into the ring? Come on, what else we got? Who else has got a pace pun? And the more the merrier. Black Eagle, I can't even name the Rocky theme off the top of my head. The most I've heard the Rocky theme was the one weekend I ever went to Las Vegas. And I did some gambling. I found a Rocky Balboa machine. And it was like Rocky 3, right? In this casino. Me and my wife are there. And I'm playing the slot machine. And what happens in this one is when you get like one of the special combinations of all the symbols on, not a jackpot, but like when you get like a combo, I don't know what they're called. Then you enter a fight and you have to tap this touch screen as fast as you can. I think you're technically training in like the theme of the machine. And every time you tap that screen, you get like $1, right? So you're like as fast as you can. And then at the end of it, you have like $120 and you earned it. And the Rocky theme played the whole time while I did that. And that's as much as the Rocky theme I can remember. Tara says didn't even listen and got caught out. And you know what? That's what you get for not listening. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Brutal. But pacing for a story in that way of slowing down scenes to bring more focus and attention to details and speeding up scenes to get to the next part that you need to get to is a very intentional choice I find myself making in these like proto drafts, even in these early stages. And I'll probably just further expand on it while I'm editing. But it's something that I think is maybe the most conscious decision I end up making while I'm writing. And maybe that's just because I like pacing. I don't know. And I'm talking about pacing my stories, not walking in lines and circles, okay? Can't catch a break. All right, how's everyone doing on their story? Any questions, any concepts, any writing things we need to discuss before we hit our next writing sprint? Tara says, I skipped back, but I think my English ain't good enough to throw something witty into the chat. Same. Hey, if this stream was in German, I bet you would crush it. I bet you'd be crushing right now. I got an email from YouTube. Dun, dun, dun. I got an email from YouTube saying that they're adding this new feature for that they're gonna enable on my channel, which I'm sure just goes to everyone over a certain like subscriber or view count or watch hour. That will dub my YouTube videos, probably not live streams, but my YouTube videos in other languages, and there's like 12 languages in real time. So I would love if someone could tell me if that feature, whenever it goes live, is any good. Because that's not something I can even like fact check, you know? As a one language Andy, also called American, I hope the translation's good, because that would be a really cool feature for people to have. Let me see when that thing goes live. Hold on, let me check this, because I think it's interesting. I know that they're auto caption, and I'm sure this is just taking their auto caption and doing, you know, text to speech from that auto caption. But I wonder when that goes live. The German fact checker, gonna put that on my CV. Hey, you know what? Couldn't hurt. I put research skills in my resumes. Couldn't hurt. Oh my God. You would think in a day and age where we have AI taking over the world, if I type in gmail.om, they would think I would know Gmail, that I'm trying to say gmail.com. All I'm saying. And then now gmail.om is going to be in my autofill of my web browser for eternity. All right, YouTube, auto dubbing will soon be enabled on your channel. Let's see what date this is. If you were to get an email from YouTube and they were saying they are about to turn on this feature on your YouTube channel, would you think that they would tell you the date for when that thing would go into effect? You would think so. But you'd be wrong. Oh my God. All right, so it is on settings, upload default. We're going on an adventure. We're going to find out about auto dubbing. Settings. Upload defaults. Advanced settings. Auto dubbing is on. Review. What? Interesting. Black Eagle says, I've tried the feature on another channel and it's super trippy. The most recent version can almost perfectly replicate your voice, but now speak German or Japanese. What? Hold on. I got to go to one of my videos. Hold on. I'll bring you with me. I'll bring you with me at least. Let's go, go the latest one. I want to see this. And I'll share it. I'll share it with you. You can see. Also, look at this thumbnail. Come on. That's a great thumbnail. All right. So let me let you hear my screen. We'll turn off the lo-fi music. Let me make sure this ain't too loud. Most of you watching this video will get excited. Oh God, cancel. Hold on, I'm gonna turn my microphone off. World building is maybe the most fun and satisfying part of being an author. Some might even argue that world building is the easiest part of being an author. Let me explain. By the way, you can come write with me right now. If you're watching this and it's still November, then I might be live and streaming my writing process for Novella November. Someone tell this guy to shut up. Where is it? Where's the, I see closed caption. Annotations. I'm not even seeing it here. Also, I think my background music was too loud for this video. I wonder how the dubbing is going to work there. Is this a premium only feature? Am I going to have to log into my YouTube? Also, hold up. Let's talk about the fact that I pay for YouTube Premium for my personal account, and I still have to watch ads under the Writing Theory account. That's some... Woo! It gets me heated. Paint Games Anything has a challenge, if you want to put in there. A challenge for your story. I'm not seeing it. Let me try going into my personal account here. Maybe it's a premium only feature. And if everyone here wants to just go watch a couple Writing Theory videos in the meantime, you know, feel free. I'm just playing. All right, so now I got subtitles, closed captions. But I'm still not seeing any. See annotations. How to YouTube auto dub. So I have it enabled. This is automatically added. This is my latest. Maybe I missed the deadline or something for uploading it. I would love to hear German Carson. Oh, I got it. Hold on. We cracked the code. Cracked the code. He's done it. Once you go in and turn on subtitles, only then afterwards will it show you auto translate. And then we'll see if this does the dubbing or if it's just the what am I trying to say? Just the subtitles. All right, let's see. When I say world building, you say... This is impossible to figure out. When ich world building sage, du sagst. Wait, no. When I say world building, most of you watching this video will get excited because world building is maybe the most want to learn from someone who is a prolific. What if I just learned to speak German? Would that be easier? The Black Eagle says you may need to enable it in YouTube Studio. I think what happened is it was turned on YouTube, like it was enabled on YouTube in between the time that I uploaded this video and now. And it looks like it's an upload default that you set up in YouTube Studio. And then when you upload a video, the process happens. So I bet on my next video, we will have a German Carson. Because it seems to be automatically enabled. It's like an opt-out thing. If you don't want it, click here to opt out of it. Okay, you know what? Next video, you'll see German Carson. Next video. German Carson win. I'm with you. All right. Next time, I'm interested in seeing that feature. I'd like to hear. I idea it would replicate my voice. I thought it would just be like one of those TikTok auto-generated voices. So if it's able to take little bits of my voice and twist it around, that's kind of cool. I'm open to that. I don't know if every creator is open to that kind of thing. I know Mr. Beast is probably like, no, my monetized other language channels. I don't have monetized other language channels. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude. If it does take my voice and do that, I think that's super great. I want everyone of all languages to be able to talk about story. I'm shocked already that we have so many listeners in Brazil and Germany and Danish land. Shout out Danish pastry, wherever you at. I'm okay with that. Get some lo-fi going. Just a chill dude. When the AI overlords are taking over and auto-generating your voice, but you're just a chill guy. Right? Just a chill guy. All right. That side quest now has concluded. Why don't we do some writing? Yeah, wait a minute. Are they taking my voice and training algorithms on it? What the heck? The AI overlords will take over the world with your voice. No one wants that. No, well, I mean, like, there's different layers to things people don't want in regards to that statement, but like, could you imagine AI overlords, Terminator style, taking over the world, and then it's like, then you just hear like me being like, respect your overlord, your robot overlords now. And then, because it's been trained so much on my videos, then it'll be like, you must call us Pro Writing Aid. This apocalypse is brought to you in partnership with Pro Writing Aid. Don't clip that. You see, this is why you need to clean up your training data, or you end up with anomalies like that. They should have learned. The AI overlords should have known. Write this down. All right, let's do some writing. The English subs on English videos are bad. So as a YouTube creator, you can upload your transcript to YouTube to get better subtitles, and I used to do that pretty often. Maybe I should go back to doing that. I didn't know how many people were using it, but probably like the first 20 something videos I was putting in my script. I'll try to be better about it. I want my videos to be accessible. Shout out accessibility. Shout out subtitles. But anyways, once those subtitles are translated to another language, it's anyone's game. All right, let's do some writing. Turn the music up, microphone off, 20 minutes. I'll see you on the other side. On the other side, my friends. Good to know. Peace. right, writing sprint number 2 down. Look at that, another 20 minutes. Katie, hello, welcome to the live stream. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, hello. How'd everyone do? Let's do, oh man. I'm right in the middle of a really good scene. I'm gonna make myself stop. 35, 143. 35, 143. Look at that. Look at that progress. Just Guy, 500 words. Love it. Isabel, 521. Let's go. Achario, 530. Dang, look at everyone go. That is some good pacing. Do you think, and I know, Atario, you said this in one of the other live streams, but I want to hear everyone else's. Do you think that doing Novella November, especially those who have tuned in for so many of the live streams, do you think that you've been writing at a quicker pace than normal? Now, I'm not saying total word count over the course of the day, right? Because we end up doing about an hour of writing. You may focus more on, you know, bigger writing sprints in your own time. But have you seen your word count in our 20-minute sprints go higher? What do you think? Do you think, and if so, maybe I should say this. If so, do you think it is an effect of just being further into your story? Or do you think you've gotten better at putting yourself into the zone of writing for these shorter 20-minute sprints? What do you think? Because I'm seeing lots of 500s in the chat, and I feel like I didn't always see 500s in the chat. Isabel says, not sure. I think so. I think getting practice writing fast has helped. Because you have to think, how many writing sprints? Let's say you tuned into every single live stream. How many writing sprints of these 20-minute sprints have we done? Because inevitably, you're going to get more practice at writing in these shorter span times, especially if you haven't done like Pomodoro style time management before. Because this is kind of almost how I always write. I typically go 25 minutes of writing and then a 5-minute break. Then back to 25 minutes. And in that case, I'm usually getting sometimes close to 1,000 words. Katie says 462 words for me. Almost done with my nonfiction piece. That's awesome. Great progress. I know the quality of my words and writing sprints has gone up since I was 15. I used to just drop grammar altogether. The ultimate proto draft. Only words, no grammar. Why use many words when few words do trick? Am I right? Why use many words when few words do trick? You're gonna edit it anyways. Oh, so good, so good. Yeah, when I'm doing, I don't know if everyone does this Pomodoro style writing kind of thing that we're doing here. And we're not following it super strictly in the terms of 20 minutes on, 10 minutes off, 20 minutes on, 10 minutes off. But I find this to be some of my most productive way of writing. Sitting down and just saying like, I'm going to write for 2 hours ends up with me doing a lot of like playing around on my phone, right? The fact that I'm like, I'm going to grab my phone. You know, I've been writing for 40 minutes. I'm going to just take a little break. Play on my phone. Okay, I should get back. I'm being lazy. Oh, you know what? I haven't written as long, but I'm still going to pick up my phone and check Instagram. You know, that sort of thing. But like when you're just going the 20-25 minutes, you always know when you're going to have that break. I like writing in this style. I get a lot of work done this way. Katie says, I think it's less the timer and more the fact that these streams have a body doubling effect. I know there are folks around me writing, so I get more stuff done. Versus when I do a sprint by myself, I get super distracted. Yeah, very good point. And take that effect and times it times 10 when you're the one on the live stream. I can't be slacking off up here. You know, I've gotten a lot of writing done. I think in reality it's closer to like an hour of writing a day. And if I were to be, which is like 5 hours of writing a week. If I were to be actually like not doing live streams and sitting down and writing, I'd probably get more than the 5 hours done a week. But you've heard me say it a bunch of times. This has been like super chill writing. I also feel the effect of like, there's other people doing it with me. So like, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to like be able to be like, oh man, I'm in this really fun scene. This is a good time. Good time. Carson's inner monologue. Can I get distracted? Chat will roast me. There is something like that, especially when someone makes a comment. They're like, hey, I like that character that you wrote. I'm like, oh crap, someone's reading this? I mean, thank you, but also, oh no. There's an element of that. There's an element of, more than anything, it's just accountability, right? And part of that has been even just doing the live streams, right? That's that accountability of this going on every single day. And when you guys are, you know, I'm gracious that you take the time out of your day to join the live streams and we get cool stuff done. Accountability goes both ways. Creative Otter says, my brain is my biggest distraction. One way or another, I'm going to be distracted. When you're writing, I find that my brain, I get pretty focused on my writing. But when you all are writing, does your brain wander? I feel like I've gotten to a pretty good point of like a stream of conscious. Like I'm experiencing the story in my head. And everyone has varying degrees of this, I think. Some people don't picture any images. Some people see it like a movie. Some people see it like they are a character in the scene. Some people view their story like you're an audience watching a movie. There's all kinds of like slightly different ways that you picture your story. Building that bridge between just like viewing the story in real time and getting it out through your fingers is a skill. It's something that takes practice for sure. I get so into just like getting my story down in real time. You'll see that sometimes when I'm writing, it's just like a constant flow of words that there's no chance for me to get distracted with my own brain. Now, my phone is a whole other thing. My phone will definitely distract me. Tara says, I need to put on music to intensify the scene, and then I cry and go back to writing. You know what? If you're not crying while you're writing your story, then the readers aren't going to be crying when they read it. Creative Otter says, I write on my phone and I walk around my apartment. So I actually mean it when I say I pace when I write. Hey, that's awesome. First off, I imagine your thumbs are super strong, right? But I think that's a pretty good way to do it. There's definite science behind, and this is coming out in a video next week. There's definite science behind the fact that being like kind of walking and moving around, not sitting at a desk leads to higher rates of creativity. I'm doing a video on a writing book about dictation because, you know, I'm a little interested in that right now. And that was one of the points in the book was here's like the studies and what the studies say about the act of like moving while you are writing, while you're doing these creative activities, or how simply the act of getting up and walking around can boost those levels of creativity. 100%. 100% peer-reviewed. I don't know if it's true, but double-blind study. These are words I know of. I cried when I wrote the ending to this. But I don't think I've ever cried in another story that I've written. But also, not all of my stories have made it to the big emotional, you know, climax of the story that would lead to me crying, you know? Creative Otter says, yeah, and then I transfer my draft or outlining from my phone to my notebooks on my PC, and I end up with 3 similar drafts, and I compare them. That sounds cool. Do you write just in your notes app, or are you writing in Google Docs, or are you writing in like Evernote, something that like integrates natively with your computer? Katie's exposing me right now. Don't expose me. Don't expose my methods. A peer-reviewed double-blind study accredited by the Society of National Smarts says that you're being a butt. A real notebook with pen and paper. Wait. I transfer my draft or outlining from my phone to my notebooks to my PC. Good Lord. Single source of truth. Single source. In technical writing, or big software companies that I used to work at, it was a danger to have multiple places where you have documentation that aren't referencing each other, because they start to get different. Now, 3 things is not as hard to manage as a situation where there's, 10 different documents saying different things. So I trust you got your process down. Plus, there's something special about just having a notebook. Having the actual physical notebook, Something special about that. Sounds like a pretty solid way to track progress and changing of story. Sounds like a really satisfying way. Here's the best part. The best part of all of this is that writing is such a personal thing that when you find your process, especially that works for you, it's like, that's your thing. And a lot of people are going to be like, oh, I sit down and I write at my computer. But like, what if there's a better way to do it? I use notebooks only for fanfics I don't want people to see. Ah, yes. The method where, just in case, you can burn it really quickly. The method where, oh, the police are knocking down the door. Quick, burn these notebooks. Burn the evidence. Nothing inappropriate, just ridiculous warrior cat shape-shifting into anime characters. Writing theory, the iSense BS Guild Research Committee would like to contact you about your questionable pathos methodology. Hold on. I'm curating a response. My train of thought's still boarding at the station. Hold on. My board of ethics says, don't burst my bubble. That would be unethical. This is a safe space. Atario says, I loved writing stories in my notebooks back in high school whenever class was boring. Dude, think of how creative you used to be when you were stuck in a classroom and you were letting your brain wander. I was probably the most creative I ever was when they were locking me down so I couldn't be creative. Oh yeah, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's more important than me trying to achieve my dreams. Come on. It's actually morphed into what is my original novel now. Isn't that crazy how it sounds like that happens a lot? Those who are writing a fan fiction will eventually find this sort of like, I don't want to say find an original story, but they'll find that where they started with the fan fiction was just the jumping off point for an original story that you now have. And that's kind of cool. Black Eagle's playing Car Mechanic Simulator 2019 because it was on sale 4 years ago on Steam. Exposed. You used to write in class all the time before I got in trouble from the teachers for not paying attention. I got in trouble for talking. So naturally, my career progression was to having a YouTube channel. That's the pipeline. I don't know if you know that, but every YouTuber you watch on YouTube has gone through that recruiting pipeline. Creative Otter says, anything but sitting down on a desk doing something I don't even like. I guess that's why I don't like sitting down in front of my computer and writing. Creative Otter, maybe you should check out this dictation video I'm putting out. I was told this on the live stream on maybe Tuesday, that like I was driving to the airport. It's like a 2-hour drive, and I like listened to some podcasts, and then like I was listening to like an album, and I was listening to the album like a second time, and then I was like, dude, if I could dictate a story, I could write like 12,000 words in 2 hours. Because I did 10 minutes of dictation to try out that ProseWrite tool, because I had to make sure it was going to be good before, you know, and it is. It's a really cool product. Really effective in not translating, but like transcribing what you said and formatting it so you can really just copy and paste it into whatever writing program that you use. That's the big thing, is that it formats it like you would find with paragraph breaks from dialogue and new characters speaking. Even when you speak in a way that maybe isn't grammatically correct in the first try, or like in a time where maybe you phrased a line of dialogue and the action and dialogue tags and description in maybe like not the most clear way, it still got all like the formatting down, which was big. So I did like a 9-minute voice recording on my phone while I was walking around outside in the wind, stomping on dried leaves in the fall, and it still was like, it still was good. So, and that was 9 minutes of recording audio for like a 1,200 word scene. So now imagine if I keep up that pace for 2 hours and don't get in a car accident. Win-win. It's Car Mechanic Sim 21. I was close. My stories were garbage too, partially because I had no clue what I was doing, and partially because the story and the pacing were just garbage. Look, that's how, especially when you're talking about when we were doing writing in like high school, middle school, those early days. We're not all Christopher Paolini, you know? We're not all putting out Aragon while we're 16. But you had to write those things to fall in love with writing, to then be on this live stream today. Let's go. All right, here's the deal. We got 15 minutes left in the live stream, and then I got to go to holiday lunch. So we're going to do one last final little itty bitty sprint. 15 minutes, go out strong, be productive, make the progress that we need, and we're going to wrap it up. Does that sound good? Let's go out strong. Let's do what we need to. I don't know why I turned off the lo-fi. We're back, baby. Music going up, microphone going off. Let's finish strong. Let's do it. Let's get it. Let's get it. The final sprint. Look at that. Dude, I'm in the midst of a great scene. Feel really good about it. But the holidays call, and I end at 35,600 words even. And that is as good of a place any to stop today. How'd everyone do? How'd everyone do? What progress did you make on this short little 15-minute, this teeny tiny little 15-minute sprint? 515 words in 15 minutes. That's crazy. Good job, Material. Good job. Anyone else? I ended our little live stream sprint with 1,800 words. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. I'm excited about this story. I'm excited to share it with you all. I think it'll be cool that it'd be cool to write a thriller, something that's not just a cozy little book, but something you can really get invested in with the characters and feel like they're in danger. At least I hope that's how you feel. Margaret says, I finished editing. I'm now sharing the chapter out now. Nice. Isabel, 447 words. Katie, about 300 words. Black Eagle, stripped down a Lambo. Sick. All right, nice. Good work, good work. So close. You can taste the ending. You're almost there. Well, you know what, Katie? Hopefully, I see you in the final live stream tomorrow. I hope to see you in the chat saying you finished it and you crushed it. That's the plan, at least. Late time slot tomorrow. I know we don't have everyone here who can make it, but if you can, I would love to see you there and for us to finish strong. Tomorrow is the final day. I will be putting together sort of like a clip compilation of all the fun moments that we had in the live streams. It may take a little bit to put it all together while I'm also doing other videos and stuff. But man, what a time, what a time. I'm excited to see you there tomorrow if you can make it. If I don't see you there tomorrow because it's too late for you, you're busy. I understand it's a Friday. If that's the case, I'm glad you were here to enjoy the ride, and I will forever be grateful for it. This was the first of any sort of live stream stuff that we did. Writing Theory never touched a live stream really in any meaningful capacity until we did something like this. And this makes me excited to do live streams in the future. Maybe it'll just be hanging out. Maybe it'll be doing a repeating sort of recurring, feedback critique sort of thing. Whatever it is that we do in the future, if I can't see you tomorrow, I hope to see you there. So everyone, all of my American friends, happy holidays, Thanksgiving. All of my non-American friends, happy holidays, even if you don't celebrate it. Have fun. Enjoy your time. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you. Happy holidays. All right. Well, tomorrow is going to be a fun one. I have some fun things planned. I hope this live stream goes out with a bang. Dabs are still fun and cool and funny. I will forever dab. All right. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope to see you tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a great time. Keep working on your stories. You rock. You're the best.